In 2023, two different people mentioned the phrase performing femininity to me in the same month. In spring of that year, I was at an event and while talking to someone, they mentioned my nails. They complimented them first and then said performing femininity in a way that to me implied it was a bad thing. And I guess it was because of the implication of the word performing, I guess. Like it's fake, like it's something that I wouldn't just do. And then a few weeks later, at another event, someone else mentioned how they felt tired of having to perform femininity. And she explained how, to her, it does feel like a performance to do your nails, to dress up, etc. That she used to enjoy it, but now it felt like a chore, like a performance that she did not enjoy. And I understand where she is coming from for her point of view. But to me, for me, it does not feel like I am performing femininity. I just do what I like. Of course, we are all a product of our environment. And maybe I wouldn't enjoy doing my hair and getting it as big as possible if I hadn't watched The Nanny growing up. Or maybe I wouldn't enjoy getting my nails done or dressing up or like shiny things if I didn't see these things in my favorite movies or from my grandma growing up. And actually, this concept of feminine versus masculine energy already had me thinking when I discovered astrology and understood energy a lot more. To me, nurturing is feminine. Patience, intuition, and receptivity are all feminine. Creation is feminine. Assertiveness, competitiveness, providing, protecting, taking action, that's all masculine energy to me. It's about energy, right? And I think everybody has a combination of the two. I don't think that women should strive to be the most feminine if that's not what they desire, nor do I think that a man should strive to perform masculine traits if that doesn't suit them. I think everybody should literally do what they want if you don't hurt anybody, of course. And everybody probably has their own combination of these energies. And in my experience, they also shift. Sometimes I'm a lot more in go mode and definitely more in my masculine energy, which is where I also spent most of my life actually until I did start to unlearn some things that were mostly making my life more difficult. I am truly part of the stereotype of women who say that their man gets their feminine traits out. But it's just what it is, okay? I don't mind being a stereotype. On our second date, I literally baked him a cake, not because he at any point expressed expecting anything like that, but because I was cooking and baking a lot in the time, and I happened to notice that I had all the ingredients for a delicious cake, and I had the impulse to make it for him. So I did. But now, actually, that I said these lines, I'm also realizing I was already cooking and baking a lot in that time. It was just me wanting to share that with him. But if he would have expressed wanting this, I would have absolutely not done it because I do not do what other people tell me to do. I do what I want. I've never been pushed by my own environment to be as feminine as I can. In fact, I think it was the opposite. I have two brothers, so growing up, I played with boys a lot. My grandma loved her makeup and outfits and jewelry, but she never pushed me to also like these things. My mom isn't into makeup herself at all, but she never told me that I wasn't allowed to play with it. And I've always had moments and phases where I was definitely more of a tomboy or more into girly things. I've always loved the combination of both. I love playing with my Barbies and dressing them up as much as I like playing football with the boys and doing competition to see who can bike the fastest. I have never actively been pushed to follow any direction, but I was allowed by my family to like what I like. And as I got older, I gravitated more towards girly things. And I actually denied it for a while. At some points in my late teens, I felt that femininity was weak. I didn't like it. I denied my love for pink and I denied my love for sparkly things. And I was very toxic masculine, to be honest, in my energy because I didn't want people to perceive me as weak. I'm really happy that I have allowed myself to enjoy the things that I enjoy and not care about what people might think anymore, for the most part. I am still down for a good competition with the boys, and I can still go 0 to 100 real quick. Like, if you want to fight, we can fight. But I also love getting my nails done because I have something pretty to look at when I use my hands. And I have my signature look that I've been getting for like a decade because I like it. It makes me smile. I like getting my hair done or doing it myself because I do like looking glamorous. Glamorous to me is the key word because I absolutely think I look good without makeup on. That's why I go without most days. But I also like feeling glamorous, putting blush all over my face and having my nails done, like I said, and putting my lipstick on, my eyebrows, liner, everything, dressing up, putting sparkly jewelry on. I'm just, to me, what is wrong with wanting to look nice? Is it performing femininity or am I just gravitated towards pretty things because that's just what I like naturally? I actually do feel like I am performing a lot of the time, but not for either feminine or masculine, but more like performing humanness or normalness, I should maybe say. And funnily enough, when I am on cam, I do not feel like I am performing at all. It's very natural to me, and probably because I am in the end by myself in my room that I made look nice exactly how I love it, because I like pretty things and decorating and little porcelain statues. I love those things. I am comfortable here, and what you see is what you get. I do not do anything that I do not want, and I get to play and have fun within my own boundaries and on my conditions. But when I'm at events, having conversations with strangers or people I know, I do sometimes feel like an alien. Like I have to play according to the rules. And it sometimes also feels like they all know the rules and nobody told me. And I don't know how to properly articulate it. I feel alien sometimes. It's like I put my human mask on and I do my best to perform humanness, sort of. I still sometimes feel the need to act normal, whatever that is. I really can and love to vibe and talk with anybody, but I do often worry that I'm not behaving as I should or if I'm saying anything weird. So yesterday, after we had friends over for dinner, I asked my husband a few times, did I say anything weird? Did I say anything stupid? Because even though I had a great time and I loved that they were here, I kept overthinking and worrying. And then my husband suddenly said, I know why you worry. So I asked him to please tell me. And he said, people also often have told me that I am different or do things maybe in unusual ways, but I have always gotten positive feedback for this. Nobody has ever made me feel like it was bad to be different. There were never any negative consequences. And growing up, for me, my peers have always reflected back to me that it was absolutely not good to be different. I grew up wanting to be the same as everybody else, especially as a kid and as a teen. It never worked. And while I think that for the most part, I truly do not care what anybody thinks anymore, apparently I still in a way do. By worrying if I was being weird and expecting negative consequences when I'm just being myself. I am also a literal performer, so maybe if I wasn't, I would gravitate towards all these girly or feminine things less. Maybe. But I know many performers who do not do all of these things or any of these things. It is not a requirement to perform femininity to do well. Or maybe it's my actual love and natural gravitation to feminine and girly things that led me to being a performer. Because to me, it's fun. I love dressing up for cam or events in a theme that I have to stick to or that I have decided on myself. I love dressing according to a theme. I love this now just as much as I did when I was a kid playing princess. I was a princess then and I'm a princess now. To me, this is play. It makes me smile. It makes me happy. Why not do things that make you happy?